You don't know. Bad man. Yeah. He's body baby, oh. He's body baby.
Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, we're doing my favorite 10, my top 10 crochet hair that I've tried in the last 10 years. Now, for you guys who don't know, I've been hyping it up now for probably the whole of 2026, like the entire year. I've been hyping up that it is my 10th year anniversary this year, but it's a whole year. What day is it? My 10-year anniversary is July 24th, 2026. So July 24th, 2016, I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. First ever reviewing, or not really reviewing, just kind of raving. I didn't have the same structure I have today, but I just turned on that camera, uploaded a video where I'm just talking about Freetress deep twist. Now, I could not have envisioned myself 10 years later, over 100,000 of you guys here, and still talking about crochet hair, but I came right out the gate with something. I didn't even do an introduction. This is what this channel gonna be about. Hey, welcome. Nah, I hit y'all with day one. This is hair. This is me. This is what you're going to see. And here we are 10 years later, and you still see it. Now, let me first say, none of anything I have will be possible without you guys. So I appreciate you for rocking with me. And if you've been rocking with me for a long time, you know I used to do rankings video of every hair I tried up to a certain point. So in 2017, I would do every hair I tried. 2018, every hair I tried. And then you can imagine when I got to year like 7, I stopped doing my rankings of the entirety of hair I tried. I would do from the least favorite to the top favorite. And when I started looking at that list and it was about 70 hair, and I was like, oh gosh, that means if I even spend 1 minute per hair, I'm going to be making a video over an hour. So I stopped about 4 years ago doing my rankings of the entirety, but I would do my yearly rankings. So ranking the hair I tried in 2024, 2025, 2023, that type of a thing. I've never, I don't think, done a video like this. One, because this is my first celebration of 10 years. But two, I don't think I've done just a 10. And I thought, looking at the hair I've tried, I have a top 10. I have a top 10 of my favorite hair. These are my personal preference favorite hair. And then I have 2 honorable mentions. My 2 honorable mentions are hair that changed my brain chemistry when it came to crochet hair, but you can't find them right now. So I just wanted to shout them out, because if you find my old videos and you're like, you raved about this hair, Leah, yeah, they don't make it no more, but I loved it. So I have 10 hair, 8 synthetic, 2 are human, because I do love a few human, but the majority on this list are synthetic hair. I will be touching on each briefly in this video, but you know, per usual, every single hair I'm mentioning is linked down below, so you can watch the full review of me trying it in real time. So the version of me 6 years ago or 7 years ago who had that particular hair in, she can give you all the details in real time. This me is just trying to think back and remember the memories. And this video is in no particular order, but it may feel that way because I'm starting with the heavy hitter Freetress Beach Curl, which if you have not watched, I have a reinstall of Beach Curl and Deep Twist in my head right now. I'll link that video up above. But Freetress Beach Curl changed the game for me. I first tried that hair in 2017, enjoyed it. You guys, though, enjoyed it so much more than I think I ever could have, that I tried it again about 3 years ago. Took it with me to Puerto Rico. I made it a travel hair for me. And you know, high honor is me traveling in a hair. And it just performed so good. To this day, again, having been 9 years since I first put Freetress Beach Curl in my head, and still daily I get comments like this, or like, I'm probably inserting them on screen right now. You guys go hard for that hair. And that shows me that I'm just a person talking on camera. Freetress has never, reached out to me. I ain't got their contact information. They never thanked me for making no content of any kind. But the real thanks for me is like you guys showing appreciation and you actually loving it. Because I could be raving and hooting and hollering about a hair, and y'all could be in the comments like, Leah, no. And I'm sure there's a few of you guys who are like, I didn't like Freetress Beach Curl, but the overwhelming majority of you guys are like, you did not steer me wrong with this hair, girl. I think it's water friendly. I think it's active friendly. I think it's life friendly. Again, I have it in right now mixed with the Deep Twist. Now, Deep Twist was the first ever hair I tried on this channel, so I had nothing to compare it to. That girl in 2016 who put that deep twist in and was like, oh my God, I love this. I didn't know what else could be. The first time I ever tried crochet hair, I had this camera on. So I don't have no historical knowledge from 2015. But since then, deep twist is not making this list, unfortunately. It's not in my top 10, but it is the hair that launched this channel. So it does deserve the respect for introducing me. Beach curl, I think, catapulted me and really made me see the wonders of what could and is out there in the market. Next, we're going into the human, Eayon Tight Curly. I did love this hair. To know me is to know I love anything that mirrors my own hair. You guys have seen me do many a wash and go on my channel with my own hair. The issue with that is the continuous maintenance of it. I don't love always having to do my hair every other week, but I do love my curls. I do love my curls. This gave me my curls in a little bit of a longer form and a little bit of a fuller form. It just matches me, I think. It matched me. I felt like me in that hair. And while I'm on the human train, let me get both human out the way before we go back into synthetic world. The YWigs water curly. Love that hair down. I wore that hair for 8 weeks, took it with me to Chicago. It's not a 3C4A. I think it could be more 3B, 3C, but loved it down. Like that hair, I dyed both of these, if you cannot tell, and I just love having something that can blend with my hair. I did a flip over, I think it's a flip over crochet install. I just told the braider who braided down my hair, just do it as if you're doing a flip over and just leave that little front like I'm putting on a half wig. And she gave it everything and I loved it. I was talking to my boyfriend like early, there was like a TikTok trend and the early like parts of us talking, which I mean, we still in the 6 months, we still in the early phase, but like maybe 2 months, 3 months, I was like, what's the picture that you show people when they're like, what's your girlfriend look like? Like, what did she look like? What's the, that's her. Oh, that's her right there. Like, I just wanted to see, because I showed him what I show people, but like, I was like, what picture do you use? And then he showed me this picture that was on when we first met, my dating profile and all of that. It's me wearing water curly. I had on like well, you see the picture. I had like a pickleball outfit because me and my friends were going to pickleball after that. And I was wearing the water curly and I was like, you know what? I love it. You know what? You could have chose something with me and maybe straighter hair, or you could have chose something else, but you chose me in a hair that I actually love. It was my top hair. Was it my top 1 and 2? 1 and 2 of 2025 were tight curly and water curly. They were neck and neck. So I really did enjoy that hair. So the next hair is the first ever crochet hair I saw in my life. Well, probably saw in my life and put 2 and 2 together that crochet existed. It's Freetress Bohemian curl. You guys know the story. My best friend had it in May of 2016. I saw her for her birthday. Her birthday's in May. We did a Myrtle Beach trip. I was like, oh, I want that for my cruise, but I don't want your exact hair. Like, I don't want to look like you, but I also don't want to look like me. Like in the photo of us standing beside each other, we were at Myrtle Beach and I looked terrible. And I was like, okay, I can't go with sew-ins. I was a sew-in girl before July 24th, 2016. Everything before that was a sew-in. But I needed something that was going to look good on a vacation, and I was not going to look like this on a vacation. I want to look good. This is how I was looking when on that vacation with my deep twist. Like, this is me before I was a vlogger. I don't have a lot of pictures. I don't have a lot of videos from that time, but I do have a couple of shots. And I thought I looked good. Transformation, honey. But I saw my best friend in Freetress Bohemian. I said, okay, I'm not going to do the exact same hair you have in because I don't want to be twinsies. Like, my friend isn't a crochet hair review channel. She only wore Freetress Bohemian braid. That's it. She didn't switch around. She just wore it, and that was her life. So I was like, I can't put that in immediately. That's why I went with deep twist. It took me some time to get around to Freetress Bohemian braid, but then in 2019, I tried Freetress Bohemian braid, and I was like, see, this is what I wanted. This is who I needed to be. Like, I love the curl, the spiral nature of it, the uniformity of it, as opposed to something like an Eayon tight curly where you have to put a little bit of work into it because it's human. This is no work, no effort, low maintenance. Next, we have Rastafri Dream Romance curl, another uniform, tight, beautiful curl. It's low maintenance, water friendly. I think it hits all the buckets that I look for in a hair. Next, we have Rastafri Tahiti curl. I mean, it goes back to what I said. It goes back to what I said with the tight curly. I love this type of a curl. This is synthetic though. So if you are like, I want something tight curly, but I want it in a synthetic form, I think this is probably the closest I've ever had to mirror something like that. I think it looks so natural. There were times where I would take pictures in the Tahiti curl and I was like, did I have, because I had went from a wash and go to Tahiti curl and I think back to a wash and go. And at that period in time, it was really hard for me to tell which one is like, I'd be like, which one is my real hair? Which is one is Tahiti curl? Who's who over here? And I love that. I started this channel when I was 26. I had just crossed over my mid 20s at that point. So there's still a level of me. I want to go out. I want to still look good. I still want something that looks good. So I'm always leaning towards something that can look realistic. Even still now, even though I'm not 26, 36. Even though that girl and me are worlds apart in terms of age, we're not worlds apart in terms of wants. I still want naturalness in my hair, and I'm still fighting for that and striving for that. Next, we have Freetress Joyful Curl. Love this from a natural, in terms of feel. The feel of it feels very natural texture. I feel like the Soulful Curl was in that same family. I didn't love Soulful as much as I love Joyful, but Joyful Curl took that under the sea. Somebody commented on one of my videos where I had underwater scenes in it, like, this is what I call boots on the ground journalism, honey. Boots on the ground journalism. I take that camera underwater. I did a whole after water routine. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. But Freetress Joyful really is a great hair. Next, we have Beshe Jerry Curl. I really did enjoy that hair. I did get some comments recently that people were like, I don't love it. I don't like it as much. And that's fine. Everything I say is my opinion. Beshe Jerry Curl was not sent to me. Freetress Joyful was not sent to me. Like, I buy these hair with my own money from the site. I've started this channel over the 10 years that I had it to show you what's good and what's bad. Everything is not a buy, love, 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 orange shopping cart down below. Like, buy. It's not. It's like, if you buy it, you buy it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't like something I review or you don't like the look of it, I'm not telling you to. I'm sharing an experience. So I'm kind of vlogging hair is the way to look at it. I like this hair. For me, again, goes back to the look of it. It's short, which I typically don't even like short hair. Y'all know I've always been like a drama. Starting this channel in my 20s, I was like, I can't do short. Who am I, Orphan Annie? I'm not doing short. I'm here for the drama. I've been about length, okay? So for me to actually love a short hair too, that's unique for me. Next, we have Lulutress Braid Out. Liked it. I think it's my favorite. It is my favorite. Has to be my favorite Lulutress hair because it's the only one on this list. I overall mixed it a second time. So the second time I tried it and I mixed it with another hair. Didn't love it as much. Keep that braid out by itself. So just like I need to do the Freetress Beach Girl. Maybe don't mix that with deep, but we'll get to that in the review. But I do think that the braid out alone, I had it shorter too. Another time I had shorter. Am I leaning shorter as I've grown? Some of these hair are short for me. I'm having a moment here. Is my time with long hair coming to an end? I don't think so, because the next hair on this list is the Boho Locs Majesty Twist hair. Now, I did go between two for my final hair. I was looking at both the Majesty Twist and I was looking at the box braids from Amazon. I liked both of them. Like, if I put them on screen, both of these girls I'm vibing with, but the one I think that was so unique for me was the Majesty Twist. I don't think I've had anything like that. I like the coloring on it. It just was a overall easy process to get in, low maintenance hair. Both of the hair were low maintenance, but I do think if I look back on pictures of me and just what I'm like, oh, this is really different. I do like those Majesty Twists. They were a really good hair. So that's my top 10. Those are the 10 hair over the 10 years that I've tried and loved and all those great things. However, I said 2 honorable mentions. First, Bobbi Boss Now Wave. I love that hair. But I think after 2 months of me uploading that video, like I uploaded that video, was it 2018? Yeah. And then 2 months later, we don't make that no with that hair ain't existing anymore. And I was just bummed. I bought it in stores. So that's another thing. When I buy stuff in stores and I'm in a small beauty supply store that ain't got a lot of hair and it's in the cut and all that stuff, I'm like, oh, I should know by now. Time is ticking, honey. Everybody ain't gonna be able to get their hands on it, but I did enjoy that hair. And then we have Model Fresh One Curl. Model. Why did you notice there ain't no other model hair on this list? I don't love model hair traditionally. I haven't found something I've liked. Their hair just feels just of a lesser quality at points. And there's no shade if model's your favorite hair. I just haven't found something that I loved other than Fresh Wand. It's like this hair just changed my brain chemistry. Like, it overall look, the bounciness, again, it's not super long. I believe it was 12 or 14 inches. It just looked good. Model Y. It's like Bobby Balls too. There's not another Bobby Balls hair on this list. I only got one Bobby Balls, one model. Why y'all discontinuing what I love here? What is it like? It's like McDonald's taking off the fried apple pies and now putting it back on for a little limited time only. But then we gonna go back to them garbage apple pies we got. And then Taco Bell, we ain't gonna have the apple empanadas no more. What's going on? Why are you taking the best thing off your menu? Like, why do places do that? Like, it'd be like, we got a banging menu. Customers are loving the nacho fries, honey. Take it off. Take it off. We're making buckets of money. People would buy this thing if it existed. We not gonna make it. We got all the tools to make it. We not gonna make it. Why? I don't get it. Maybe it's not for me to get. But I do appreciate you guys' love and support over the next 10 years. I pray that 10 years from now, I'm making this video again. And I'm like, my 20 hair in the last 20 years. That kind of thing. I would not be here. Let's set a channel goal too of me being at like, I got to double, right? I got to be at like 300,000 by that point. I thank you guys for your support. Again, let me know if there's any hair that I need to try. Like, I'm always ears down below. I want to know if there's something I'm not trying and you're like, Leah, that would definitely make your list. If you tried insert hair here, leave it down below. Make sure while you're down there, you give this video a big thumbs up. Give it a big thumbs up, even if you did not enjoy it. We want all the love and support over here. Let me know what kind of content you want to see. And while you're down there, subscribe so you don't miss anything I do. I hope you already were subscribed before, but make sure you're subscribed. Just double check and see if that notification bell is on so you're alerted when new videos come. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 to keep up with my shenanigans in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, which is a few more shenanigans and a bit more real time. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.